All right, welcome everyone. For this first demonstration, what we're going to be doing. All right, welcome everyone. For this first demonstration, what we're going to be doing is creating the blocks necessary for the line worksheet. In my example, instead of printing out, which I know I don't have access to a printer, the next option is to draw essentially what is shown on the worksheet by placing it on or by creating it on here. So that's what we're going to do. What we're going to do is draw 5 rectangles. All right, so I'm going to take a ruler. You know, a ruler, the edge of a magazine, your cell phone, whatever. I've seen students get really creative with this. Just never say, oh man, I can't do it because I don't have the right tool. Notice what I'm doing. I'm going around the ruler to create that block. Bam, bam, bam. So far I've got 1 space, 2 space, 3 spaces. It's all about efficiency. Notice how I'm leaving 1 space or 1 side of the rectangle undrawn. This is my 4th. Here is my 5th. I'm going to draw a rectangle all the way around, like that. A little smaller if you'd like. I really do want you to do the best you can. Sorry. Life isn't about shortcuts, but look at that. We've got 5 rectangles. Let me zoom in so you can see this a little better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all essentially the width of the ruler. Let me see if I can get a little closer so you can see this a little better. Apologize about the movement. Alright, yeah, that's better. Right, so the next step is to create how many rectangles you see on the worksheet. And it looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 per. But I'm also going to label these as they are labeled. Vertical, horizontal, we've got curved, we have zigzag, we have diagonal. Oops. Okay. All right, and then also, like I mentioned before, you do want to create the 5 rectangles on here. Again, you don't have to be 100% precise. Try your hardest to get this looking decent. Just eyeballing here. This is roughly what you want to do. I don't know if you can see any of this. Let me make sure you can see this on the camera screen. I'm going to back out a little bit. And I think mess with the clarity here. So 1 second while I turn the lamp on. And that's good enough, I think. Okay. So we got 5 blocks on each one. And here's where you get resourceful. If you've gone through my Canvas intro, you might see that I ask you to be very resourceful. That means use YouTube videos, use Google Images, use anything at your disposal. You can use a textbook. You can call Mr. or email. You can remind at Mr. Martinez. You can remind app or email or text your friends. But really, what I want you to do is to try finding the answers and not giving up so easily. That's what it is to be resourceful. Just like I said, you don't need a ruler, you don't need a printer to get this far. All you need is a piece of paper, a pencil, and a straight edge. So I could be using the edge of my cell phone to create these lines. So no need to say you can't. Right? Next step is to fill this out. There's lots of different vertical lines. There's lots of different horizontal lines, curved lines, etc. Here we're asking you to create 5 examples of vertical line. I'm going to get a little crazy, a little wild right now. You can see I could have taken the easy way out and just have done straight vertical. And you can. Now, but if you were to use Google to find other possibilities, what could you Google? What are some key words that you could type into the Google search bar? I'll give you a second to think about it while I finish this rectangle. All right, that's enough time. So I could type in vertical lines. I don't think that's going to give you the right answer or the right thing you're looking for. So we could try vertical line types, vertical line styles. And if that's not giving you enough, what subject is this? Oh, right, it's art. So maybe vertical line styles in art or just art. And you'll see that maybe once you click on images on Google, you'll start seeing the things that look like different vertical lines. I know you may be like, is this right? Well, we're giving you the opportunity to learn, and learning requires a little bit of trial and error. So what I want you to do is explore, 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 and once you think you have the right answer, and to successfully do what you're doing, then attempt it. There you may in fact be getting it wrong, but you will never know unless you try, and that's what art is about. All right, so vertical lines. I'm still kind of exploring different types of vertical lines, because I've already done just thin vertical. Now what I'm going to do is explore a different medium, a pen. I'm going to go with a lot thicker. If you're thinking, oh man, this is going to take a long time, well, guess what? You can thank the pandemic. You've got time, all right? We all have time to kind of explore and to learn something new. I know I've been exploring things that make me uncomfortable, that are challenging me to the core. You've got plenty of time. Anyways, don't want to bore you to death, but that's what you want to do is just explore, explore, explore different types of vertical lines. The next thing would be exploring different horizontal lines. The next thing you can do is explore curved, zigzag, got diagonal line. And then at the very bottom of the worksheet, I believe it calls for you to find the definition of a line. Also, there are plenty of examples of different line qualities that you could explore, like broken line, parallel, thick, smudged, thin, brushed, wavy, straight, pointillism, hatching, solid, and implied lines. Implied, I mean, a lot of these words you may have to Google them to find out what they mean. You might even be able to type that word in as a line. So maybe implied line in art, and Google it to see what comes up. Okay, that'll give you ideas, but really at the end of the day, it's you just exploring and learning. Don't beat yourself up over it, but also don't give up so easily. Just find what you're looking for, please. So at the bottom of this should be 3 more rectangles. And you will be submitting these to Bulb app. This one would be the elements of art, so you would submit it to the elements of art Bulb app file, and you'll be turning it in at the end of the quarter when you are done with all of your elements of art. By end of quarter, I mean whenever you get done with the tasks. So you could be done in a couple weeks, you could be done 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, hopefully not 7 weeks. This stuff is fairly easy. Definition. Confirm, make sure that you can see me still. Definition. You've got over here example. And lastly, and then there's a second worksheet where it says line definition, complete the following. It's and make sure that you do that too on a separate page. All right, so I think that's it for the demonstration. I don't want to steal your thunder and show you exactly what you have to do in each one of these. These were just 3 examples. So thank you for following, and make sure you email or remind at me at NHHSR, or email me at smartinez@psd1.org. Thanks.